Ho ho!
What kind of team do you want to see tomorrow here in Almaty to get the second win in this Champions League group stage?
Hello, good afternoon everyone. Tomorrow it's a Champions League match. It doesn't matter who the opponent is, it doesn't matter where we come to play. We want to win. A good start is important. We already did it in the home match with the victory, and now we want to keep going away from home to keep adding points.
It hasn't even been 45 hours since the game at the Metropolitano. I see you looking well. People usually say, keep a good face in bad weather. What's your reflection? Fede Valverde just spoke and he repeated the word attitude 6 or 7 times. Do you think it was more than just an attitude problem that we saw on Saturday?
Well, I think both in victory and in defeat, the feeling, whether good or bad, has to last only 24 hours. Afterwards, of course, we analyze it. I don't think it was only about attitude. It was also about rhythm, tactical things that we have analyzed, aspects of the game. To explain it only with attitude would be simplistic. There are things we need to improve in our play, in solutions, in rhythm, to compete better. We didn't compete well enough. The 24 hours have passed. We've done our analysis, kept it for ourselves to use, and now we are in Champions League mode here in Almaty.
Bellingham came back into the team, as expected, because he's one of the key players. After the derby, there was this football debate about whether maybe it's better for Güler to play inside and Valverde to shift a bit to the right. Do you have that clear in your head, or could the last match make you change your approach?
Yes, every match tells me things. I like to analyze them and think about what we had prepared and how it worked out, to make decisions for the future. With the players we have, we can choose different options depending on what we need. We will need Julian, we'll need Arda, Fede, Edu, Danny, Aurelien. We have many options in midfield, and also with wingers. The other day didn't go as we expected, but looking ahead, we have plenty of possibilities.
Fede said that since he's been at the club, it's one of the few times he's seen players really talking among themselves, having conversations. He also stressed the attitude again. Do you think this dressing room is lacking personal connection? That personal and footballing bond that's needed for matches? Have you noticed that lack of conversations and insisted on it recently?
No, I haven't seen a lack. I've seen that those conversations do exist. And as Fede said, they are fundamental when you want to build not just a football idea, but also a spirit. We're still in a construction phase, improving step by step. How long will it take? I don't know, but we are moving forward. And sometimes, to take 2 steps forward, you may have to take 1 back. If we want to keep improving, we have to keep defining who we want to be, both in terms of football and the team's personality. In that sense, we'll improve.
I wanted to ask if a trip like this to Almaty, 6,500 kilometers from Madrid, the easternmost city ever to host a Champions League match, is bothersome with such a busy schedule.
You have to adapt. It's not a question of whether it bothers us or not. We've adjusted the usual routine a little, but in football and in life, the smartest is the one who adapts best. We had to make some adjustments in our plan, but tomorrow the match is just another match. It's not an obstacle and not an excuse.
How can attitude be missing in an Atletico Real Madrid match? As a former player and now coach, how is it possible to lack attitude in such a game?
We have to turn the page. Now we're in the Champions League. Tomorrow is what matters. In the 24 hours after the match, you may still feel it, but now we're focused on what we can do tomorrow, which team plays, how we need to play. Because we want to start well in the Champions League, not drop important points. Tomorrow's game is very important, away from home. After starting with a win, we want to continue that.
Right after the derby, you said, the defeat hurts, but it's positive for the future. After all the post-match conversations you've had, where is that learning? What exactly do you think was missing and needs to be built on?
We can't just explain it with attitude. That would be too vague. There were footballing reasons too. We weren't at our best level. We'll use those lessons even for tomorrow. That's part of the process of adaptation and learning. How long has it been now? 58 days? How much is it? You had that number the other day, right? Yes, 58 days. So yes, it hurt, it really did. But now we are in Champions League mode.
Welcome to Kazakhstan. Among media and fans here, there's been the question, could some of the stars be rested tomorrow? Or will the untouchables play?
We'll go out with 11 players, and those 11 are Real Madrid players. Whoever plays it will be a competitive team, ready to face an opponent in their first participation, but who do things well and will demand a high level from us.
Our colleagues in Spain have pointed out that very little time has passed since the Atletico game. Have you had enough time to prepare for Kairat? We know high pressing is important for you, but Kairat also presses high. What kind of Real Madrid will we see? Will you press high as well?
We want to play well. Playing well means pressing well, defending well, but also attacking well. With our way of playing and the players we have, it will be a competitive, intense match. Kairat is well organized, physically well prepared, tactically solid. They'll come with a lot of energy and will need to start the match well right from the beginning.
Have you had the chance to watch Kairat's match against Sporting? What analysis have you made and what stands out about them?
Yes, we've watched their matches against Celtic and also the recent one against Sporting Lisbon. They have a solid core. In attack, they have different options with different profiles. They combine well. They're a direct team. They play well, and they have clear ideas. So we will need to compete well.
Do you know any particular Kairat players? Have you analysed anyone specifically? And finally, who will be your right back tomorrow?
Of course, we've analyzed the opponent both collectively and individually. Before, I didn't know much about Kairat, but now I know a lot more. As for the right back, tomorrow you'll see.
I'd like to welcome you, your team, and the Spanish journalists to Kazakhstan. When we wanted to enter UEFA, the King of Spain supported us a lot. My question is there anything about Kairat's game that worries you or that could surprise you tomorrow?
Of course they worry us, because they're a Champions League team and deserve to be here. They eliminated Celtic. The other day they lost, but they had their chances. The 4-1 might have looked heavy. Tomorrow at home, with the emotional factor, we have to be ready.